Everyone, welcome in a new episode of Steven's Week, the weekly update on marketing, technology and customer experience. Enjoy the new show. There's news from Uber this week. One of their new investors is SoftBank, which is a Japanese investment company, and they want Uber to change strategy. So these guys believe that Uber will not be successful in some of the Asian markets, like in India. They already suffered in China, and they actually want Uber to focus on their core markets, the US and Europe, because they will lose from local players. And this is a change in strategy, which can be a little bit tricky, because maybe if you look at what Uber is going through at this point, they're suffering in the US. They lost a lot of market share to Lyft after the big PR scandal. So it's a question on how the resources will be reshuffled and what the strategy of Uber will be now that they have to compete in more saturated markets, or markets that are highly regulated and that are tough for them to move forward in. The first Amazon Go store opened up. Amazon Go was announced in December 2016, so it's almost 14 months ago. And it's a fantastic system. You scan your Amazon app when you walk in, then you grab what you need and you leave the store. You don't need to pay. So basically, Amazon took out everything that people hate about shopping, waiting in line, hustling with products, paying, hustling with products again. So they made it effortless. And what you see is that they are starting to treat offline places like digital platforms that happen to be offline. And I think that philosophy is something that we're going to see more and more. We got Amazon Go, but in China we got JD, the big competitor of Alibaba, that said that they're going to roll out hundreds of those unmanned stores like that. So this is a new step of frictionless buying in an offline world. Tencent, the biggest Chinese technology company, is investing in Carrefour China. Carrefour has about 200 hypermarkets in China, but sales has been declining in the last few years. And now Tencent is investing in this company. It's not a full acquisition, but they're taking a stake in Carrefour. And in China, it's really amazing how it's going right now. You see all the big technology companies, JD, Alibaba, and now Tencent invest in brick and mortar retailers with a huge amount of money, with bringing in their technology in those stores. And it's fascinating to see how the offline retail space is being dominated by the tech giants and how they're going to transform that industry. And now there was this rumor that Carrefour and Amazon would work together in Europe. I don't know if that is true, but in China, they're merging and working together now with Tencent. BMW and Mercedes are merging their car sharing services. BMW has Drive Now and Mercedes has Car2Go. And they're going to merge them into one big platform. The reason is pretty obvious. I think that this is a time where traditional companies need to fight back against the tech giants. And if Mercedes and BMW want to be successful in car sharing, they have to bundle forces against companies like Uber. And it's fantastic to see. And it's not the first time that these big previous competitors and still competitors work together, like BMW, Audi and Mercedes. They bought the mapping division of Nokia to make sure that they can create driverless cars without the help of Google Maps, for instance. So it's interesting to see how some companies are really getting into positions to fight back against the tech giants. There's a big opportunity going on for traditional journalists and traditional media. Because the trust in the news of online platforms like Twitter and Facebook is decreasing. And what you see is that about 2/3 of the people say that for them it becomes impossible to know if they can trust an article on Facebook. They don't know if it's true anymore or false. And this is, of course, a big threat for Facebook. And on the other hand, what you see is an increase in the trustworthiness of traditional journalism. So this is an opportunity to grasp for the players that have been around in the media for years to prove that they can deliver that trust, what Facebook apparently cannot do at this moment. So this was my weekly update. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will share it, and I see you again next week. Enjoy the weekends, my friends. Bye-bye.